Hello there. After a lovely start to September, already things are changing with a few showers out and about at the moment. Still some fine weather to be found, but we're now warning of some particularly heavy rain to come for Northern Ireland through the night and through tomorrow. We're talking a good couple of inches of rain as this weather system ploughs its way in from the Atlantic, and it will plough in on pretty strong winds. You can see the fine weather ahead of it, so certainly not all doom and gloom for the short term, but the strengthening winds as well a feature, pushing that rain back across Northern Ireland throughout the night. It creeps also into western parts of mainland UK, but for all of us another mild night with some hill fog around, particularly in western areas, and a near gale force wind blowing. So quite gusty conditions, especially over the hills and mountains in the southwest tomorrow morning, and that rain turning heavier through the day. So not particularly pleasant start to our new week tomorrow. Similarly so across Wales, although the cloud a little thinner towards the east. So we're getting away at least with a dry start in some areas. Whilst for Northern Ireland, once the rain does set in, it's likely to be on and off for the next 24 to 36 hours. That's to say near gale force winds as well. Some of that rain getting into western parts of Scotland, but the further north and east you are, the brighter and the drier it will be. But look at the strength of the wind. So it may well be reasonable weather you see here, but it's going to be very windy, very gusty indeed. Certainly not a day for taking to the hills. Very gusty winds indeed on the hilltops. As we come further south, well, you can see a blanket of cloud, but essentially it's a thinnish cloud veil across East Anglia. At least there'll be some sunshine here, and even across the rest of eastern England, the cloud will tend to thin at times. It'll be bright, I should imagine, rather than sunny. Through the day, the rain does make further progress eastwards across the West Country, across Wales, staying put in Northern Ireland. So for Scotland and the northeast of England, certainly the fairest conditions and feeling quite pleasant despite the wind. The wind, a real issue with our weather once again tomorrow. Now, during tomorrow evening and overnight, the rain at long last pushes a bit further northwards, but it's still pivoting close by to Northern Ireland. And that weather system really only moves out the way as we head towards Tuesday. So we could have, as I say, 30 hours of rainfall on and off here, and then heavy showers following on behind. By that stage, Tuesday sees the wettest conditions in the north, windy too. The winds ease off further south, but there'll be the potential for some big showers to come in Tuesday, Wednesday, and indeed for the rest of the week. Some torrential downpours coming in. Still reasonable temperatures, I suppose, for the time of year, but for the next 24 hours at least, it looks like we've got some pretty nasty weather on the way, especially for the south and for the west. I'll see you in half an hour.